Hi! Before we begin today's video, I'd like to say thank you on behalf of both of us for liking and subscribing our videos. It's really encouraging.
Today, the topic we shall be talking about is the periodic table. The periodic table is simply a chart organizing the 118 elements known to human beings at the time.
The original periodic table was developed by Dmitry Mendeleev. He was a Russian chemist and he made it in 1869. Luckily, he he predicted that there would be discovery of more elements, so he left space for them in his table. Though in that time there were only 63 elements known, so it would have looked very different to the current one. We recommend you go onto Wikipedia and take a look at, and if you're interested in finding out what it looked like, you can see some pictures.
Now, the way we arrange the elements is by the atomic numbers. As you may have seen, above each element there is a number. Now, these numbers we call atomic numbers, and they represent how many protons there are in one atom of the element. Protons are one of the three particles that make up an atom, along with electrons and neutrons. For example, gold's atomic number is 79 because in one gold atom there are 79 protons.
Now, there is also a different way of organizing these. You may have seen that there are different colors in here. That's to represent the different groups. Groups are made by the different properties and similar properties that that elements share. For example, here in pink we have the alkali metals.
And here in the brown we have the halogen metals, which consist of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and so on.
Some of the interesting facts about alkali metals is that they are all metals and highly reactive. But another really, really cool fact is, for example, Aria, you mentioned the halogen group, and here's the alkali group. You can mix elements to create something that we use in our everyday lives. Here we have sodium and chlorine, so sodium chloride, which is our everyday salt. You can also have potassium chloride, which, think about it, if you mix any elements from here, you can create almost any substance on our planet.
My favorite element is bismuth, right here. This is because bismuth creates these beautiful crystals called Hopper crystals. You might not be able to see from here, but they are made from different colors and look like a huge geometric shape, which is just beautiful. I recommend you search pictures of bismuth up. Anyway, a very, very interesting fact about bismuth is that it's an element that bismuth's solid form is actually lighter than its liquid form, which is quite rare.
That means that if you had liquid bismuth and solid bismuth, and if you put solid bismuth into the liquid bismuth, it would float. But anyway, my favorite element is carbon. What I find really fascinating about it is that it can be in such a dull form, like coal, but then it can become a diamond, like that. It's just the same carbon, just in different forms. Now, whenever it's a rainy day, we're bored, or there's just nothing to do, and this is just the only thing we can find, a really cool game we play is what we call the counting game. Aria is a very big expert in this. We choose a certain number of elements, and Aria has to chant them off by heart all the way to, say, 30, which is the example we're going to show you now. Ready, Aria?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc.
Yay! Well done, Aria. That was really cool.
So, I have this book all about the periodic table where actually I got this chart from. It's so interesting. I can just flip to a random page and say it and read all about it. For example, zinc is actually used in many sunscreens. So when you're next putting sunscreen on, remember, oh, there's zinc in this or something.
Now, if you were interested in this, if you enjoyed this video and you're interested in finding out more, we recommend you get a chart like this. You can study it when you're at the dinner table, when it's raining, when you're bored, you name it. There can be any time. Now, yes, that's basically it about the chart. Now, please subscribe and like our video. We really enjoy making them, and it really lifts our spirits when you do so. Bye!